In this graph, the first part states that you have to read the graph at -2. No plus minus is written. It means from both sides. Now -2, both the sides are diverging to the positive infinity. So whether you write the positive infinity or does not exist, both will be taken as correct. But try, if both the limits are diverging to the positive infinity, write the answer positive infinity. If both side limits going towards the are decreasing without the bound, you write negative infinity, and one is positive, one is negative, then you write does not exist. Now limit x approaches to 0 from the left hand side. Now left hand side, this is the line which is coming towards the 0, because this line, this axis is the 0, showing the 0. And what have you seen? That this is increasing without the bound, so you will write that is equals to positive infinity. Now 0 from the right hand side. So if you see that there is a line which is oscillating near the 0, so you will say that it does not exist due to oscillation. Now x approaches to 2 from the left side. So this is the 2 from the left side. This line is coming towards the 2, and the y value is equals to 2. Now 2 from the right hand side. So the line is coming towards the 2 and it is diverging, decreasing and decreasing without the bound. So it is equals to negative infinity. Now you can see then the f part, the vertical asymptotes are at -2, also at 0 from one side, and also at 2 from the right hand side. So the first part says read the limit from when x approaches to -2 from the left hand side. So this is -2. You see there the lines are oscillating from the left hand side. So you will say does not exist because of oscillation or oscillating behavior. Now -2 from the right side. So this is -2. The line is coming towards the -2 from the right side and it is decreasing without the bound. So you will say that is equals to negative infinity. In the C part, they are saying limit x approaches to 0 from the left side. So now from the 0 from the left side, this line is coming and it is stopping here. It means the value is 0. 0 from the right side. So a line is coming like this and it stops over here. So when you will see that this is -1. 2 from the left side. Now this is the 2, and from the left side what is happening? There is a line coming like this towards the 2 and it is increasing without the bound. So you will say it is positive infinity. Now 2 from the right side. So there is a line coming from the towards the 2 from the right hand side and this is the exact point. So the y value at this point is 3. Now where are the vertical asymptotes? You will see that on one side there is a vertical asymptote at -2. There is also a vertical asymptote at +2. Let's understand and try to solve this. Pause the video and try to solve it yourself. So limit x approaches to -1 from the left hand side. Look at this. We will see -1. We will focus on the x value when it is equals to -1. A line is coming towards the -1 and the y value is +3. Now limit x approaches to -1 from the right side. So there is a line coming towards the -1 and the y value is equals to 1. Are these points are equal? No, they are not equal and their height is not equal. They are not meeting at the same point. So we will say that limit x approaches to -1 from both sides does not exist. The reason is that limit x approaches to -1 from the left side is not equals to limit x approaches to -1 from the right hand side. Now 1 from the left side, limit x approaches to 1 from the left side. Look at this. This is the one you have to focus. Their graph is coming over here and the y value is equals to 1. 1 from the right side. So now the line is coming towards the 1 from the right side. This is the line and also meeting at the same point, that is equals to 1. Both the heights are same, so and both are meeting, both the lines are meeting at the same point, so limit x approaches to 1 from both sides is also equals to 1. So here are the graphs. Limit x approaches to 2 from the left side. So look at this 2 from the left side. This is the point, that is equals to 3. 2 from the right side. So this is the line coming towards the 2 from the right side. So the answer is equals to 1. Now both the lines are not meeting. So from both sides the limits does not exist. F of 2 means you have to read the point which is included. So here is the point. What is it equals to? It is equals to 3. Now limit x approaches to 4. So here is the 4 and both the lines are meeting here. So the answer is also 4. What is f of 4 equals to? Now on the 4 you can't see any, on this line you can't see any included point. So you will say undefined. Now remember, you write does not exist only for the limit and undefined only for the function at a specific point. In the second graph, which is given for team B, limit x approaches to 5 from the left side. So this is the 5. The line is coming from the left over here. The answer is -1. 5 from the right side. So the line coming towards the 5 is here. The answer is 5. Both the lines are not meeting, so just write does not exist limit at 5. X approaches to 9, so 5, 6, 7, 8 and this is my 9. Go up and here is 9. Both the lines are meeting at the same point and what is the y value at that point? It is equals to 6. And what is f of 9? You can see on f of 9 there is no included or shaded point. So you will write undefined. So here looking at the graph you have to compute the limits graphically and you have to give the reasons that why the limit fails to exist. Now first of all let's see 0. This is your 1, -1, -2 and here -3. This is 0 and here 1, here 2 and this is your 2 and this is -2 and -4. So let's suppose this is the idea. Okay, so limit x approaches to -2. So this is your -2. One line is coming towards the 2 from the left side and one line is coming towards the 2 from the right side and the y value at this region is +2. Now limit x approaches to 0. So the line coming from the left side here and from the right side here and they are reaching to -2. Now limit x approaches to 2. So you can see that the x value is 2. The lines coming from the left side and coming from the right side, they are not meeting with each other. So here the limit does not exist. Now in the D part they are asking you for which x values the function has the removable discontinuity. Now we know that the removable discontinuity is a continuity which is shown in this way. So you have a hole but the left hand side and the right hand side limits are reaching to the same height. But they are joined with a hollow point. maybe a point is given at some other value of the A, or maybe it is not giving. But whenever the two lines coming from the left and the right are meeting at the same height, and they are reaching to the same height, but there is a hollow point at which the function is not defined at particular point, then you can say that is the removable discontinuity. So such kind of discontinuity you can see at x equals to 0, because at x equals to 0 there is a hole which is meeting, that the two lines are meeting with each other by means of a hole. Now, where is f of x discontinuous? So the function is discontinuous. You can see that the function is discontinuous at -1 because the two lines are not meeting with each other at -1. Also, the function is discontinuous at 0 because there is a hollow point. But you can see that there is a dark point over here. So you can say function is continuous, okay? But having a removable discontinuity. And the function is discontinuous at 2. So you will see f of x is discontinuous at x equals to -2 and x equals to 2 because the lines are not meeting at each other, but there is a thing that the function is discontinuous at 0 also having a removable discontinuity. Okay, let's check this graph. Limit x approaches to 2. So limit x approaches to 2 here. You can see that there is a line coming from the left, also coming from the right, and the height is 1. So you can say that this is at 1. At 1 there is a limit, yani limit x approaches to 2, f of x equals to 1. But you can see that f of 2 over here, it is equals to 3 because there is a point at 3. There is an included point. Now, now they are asking you, so now they are actually asking you in this graph that which of these statement is true. So limit x approaches to 2 does not exist. So you already have seen that limit x approaches to 2 exists, which is equals to 1. Now limit x approaches to 2 does not exist and there is an unbounded behavior. Of course not on f. The limit is approaching, so there is no possibility that it is unbounded behavior. Now limit x approaches to 6 does not exist. Now at x equals to 6, the limit coming from the left, coming from the right, both are equals to -1. So you can see that the limit is existing. Now limit x approaches to -5. Now here on -5, yes, the limit does not exist. Why the limit does not exist at -5? Because the limit from the left and the right are not exist, whereas they are saying that limit x approaches to -5 exists. So this is the false statement. Here limit x approaches to 2, this is also a false statement. Limit x approaches to 2 exists, also it is the false statement, and the first one also the false statement. Okay, now the E part is limit x approaches to -5 does not exist because from the left and the right side limits are not equals, and this is absolutely true, which we have seen that limit x approaches to -5 from the left side, it is equals to -1. Whereas limit x approaches to -5 from the right side, it is equals to 3. But since they are not approaching to the same height, so we can say that the limit does not exist. So here already the answers are given to you. You just check that what is happening at this graph, and if you have any comments about the graph, you can write in the comment box and I will explain this graph again. But try to pause the video and try to evaluate all the limits yourself. So let's check the answer. Limit team A. First we will do the graph which is given to the team A. Limit x approaches to -3. So this is -3 and there is a hole, but both the limits are from the left and the right are reaching to the same height. So the answer is +1. Limit x approaches to 3. So here is our 3 and the line is here. So this is equals to 2. Limit x approaches to 0 from the left side. You can say left side. So this is the line coming towards the 0 from the left side. So the answer is 0. Now f of 0 means that you have to read an included point. So the included point is only here, that is equals to 3. Now limit x approaches to 4 from the right side. So here is the 4 and the right side limit is going down and down and down. So you can say it is -infinity. Now f of -3. So f of -3, you can see there is no shaded point. So you can say that this is undefined answer because the function is undefined here. Now f of 3, there is a hole over here, but there is an included point or there is a shaded point when y equals to 4. So f of 3 equals to -4. Sorry, -1. It's so written so small, so it is -1. Now limit x approaches to 0 from the right side. So you can see that on the 0, this is the line with it, x is equals to 0. From the right side, the line is coming here. So this is also equals to 3. Now 4 from the left side, limit of 4 from the left side. So you can see that it is increasing without bound. So the answer is +infinity. Let's see the graph given for the team B. So 0 from the left side. So left side, this is the line coming towards the 0 and you can see that the y value is 0. So x approaches to 2 from the left side. So left side 2 is here and the left side is, the line is coming like here. The y value is -2. Now 4 from the left side. So this is the 4. The line coming towards the 4 from the left side is here and the y value is also equals to 4. Now 0 from the right side. 0 from the right side, the line coming towards the 0 from the right side. This is the arrow point which I am indicating and here the y value is 2. Now 2 from the right side. So 2 from the right side, you can say that this is the arrow, this is the line which I'm showing here. Okay, so the line coming towards the 2 and the y value over here is 0. Now 4 from the right side. So this is the 4. The line coming towards the 4 from the right side is this arrow and it is also equals to 4. Now limit x approaches to 0. Now here if you look 0 closely, you will see that both lines are separated with each other. So you will say that limit does not exist. Now x approaches to 2. So again on the 2, the lines are not meeting at the same point. So you will say the limit does not exist. Now on the 4, the limit, both the lines are meeting at the same point, that the y value is 4. So this is our answer.